What was I going to say? Why am I sweeping up broken car window glass? Baby, you're laughing.
I'm sorry.
You're into the mic, bro. This is supposed to be cinematic.
Okay, cinematic, okay.
Stop laughing.
I'm not laughing, go.
You might be wondering why I'm sweeping up broken car window glass. What does that have to do with this purple book? Well, we got to find out.
I was like, do you want me to say something?
That's how this episode's just going to start. We're beginning by saying we're starting.
Are you going to use that clip of the glass?
Maybe we ain't talking about all that right now. They got to know about the production.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, well.
So, we're live, Gingy. We're putting food away.
Okay. Well, I'm Gingy, and this is Tafiq, and welcome back to A Couple Conversations. We just got back from food shopping, and we're putting our food away.
This is going to be the most horrible audio.
Hey, food shopping is an important part of making sure that we are prepared and ready to do the things we need to do and to take care of each other and ourselves.
Well said.
Well said. And it's part of the Purple Book, which, as you know, if you watched last week's episode, which if you didn't, go back and watch it, it's something that we talk about in that book. And that's something that we were going to talk about today, or are talking about today.
Yeah, we're going to talk about our Purple Book. But before that, you guys saw I was cleaning up some glass and how we kind of got there and how that glass, broken glass, is kind of linked to the Purple Book. It's kind of linked to the Purple Book. So, Gingy, you want to tell a brief synopsis of the story as to why I was sweeping up broken car window glass?
Well, unfortunately, my dear mother today had an incident where someone smashed her window, the window of her car, when she was running errands, and nothing was really taken, luckily, except a woven basket that she really enjoyed. But anyway, the moral of the story.
Yeah, we don't gotta go into detail. Somebody smashed the window into the car.
Somebody smashed the window into the car, and Tafiq graciously supported us in the cleaning and removal of the glass from the vehicle. So we so happen to have our meeting today as well, our weekly meeting, which we do, and we have mentioned before, our weekly check-ins. I call them J&T Weekly.
Oh yeah, they are J&T Weekly.
And so we were having our meeting outside while Tafiq was cleaning up the glass, and we looked back at some notes, and there was a note that had mentioned that we wanted car dash cams or car cameras in order to protect ourselves and be prepared. And we both realized in that moment that that is a direct connection and representation of why we have the Purple Book in the first place.
Yeah, to remind us that, hey, your mom's car window just got smashed out and we still haven't gotten our dash cams, the inside and outside. And the whole point of the Purple Book is to keep us kind of like, I don't know, in tune. It's a log, right? It's like a shared journey. And that's the Purple Book. The Purple Book, like we're talking, basically, so like Gingy said, the J&T meeting every week. We get together and we're like, all right, what do our finances look like? Yeah, everything is digital, but we're gonna write it down physically with our pen, with our paper, and just so that it gives us a more intentional, I don't know, I guess an intentional feeling towards what it is actually transpiring financially. But then also goals. Goal, getting cameras. Goal, getting security cameras in our place, our humble abode. Goal, getting our, I don't know, What else is there? Food shopping. You know what I mean? Like food shopping goals.
Scheduling.
Budgeting. It's like a legacy book. You know, it really is.
It's a shared journal, shared diary, legacy, planning. It helps us keep track of things that we go through or things that we want to prevent, communications that we need to have, whether that's a romantic conversation, whether it's planning a trip or scheduling out when we're both available to go and get things for the house together.
Another big one, health related stuff. I know in the beginning, you know, we wrote down gym, you know, we wrote down yoga, and now we're really working on that pretty consistently, and it's a good tracker. It's a good tracker. So anyway, that's the purple book. It's a purple book, and it's super important because now if me and Gingy are taking the steps to meet every single week to touch base about where we're at, where we're going, so on and so forth. Just imagine one day when we have a little family unit of our own, and every week, the family unit gets together to discuss these very things. You know, what kind of, I don't know, I guess what kind of culture, what kind of family culture are we building if we were to do that? Well, not if, I guess when, right? God willing.
I think it'll be a really fortified one, because then you grow up around a culture of, oh, my parents are planning, so I'm ready to plan, or I'm always thinking ahead, or I feel prepared. We have, you know, an emergency fund. We have emergency stocks and foods. We have a exit plan. We check in weekly about more than just, you know, the day-to-day, how are you? It's really, okay, yeah, we can check in daily about whatever we want to, whatever you're thinking of. But in addition, we can sit down once a week and you know that you can bring up absolutely anything. Oh, hey, last week when this happened, or, you know, on Tuesday, I thought of this and I really wanted to bring it up, or I learned this and I want to share it with you guys. How can we implement that? Just, I think it opens up the space or provides an opportunity to us together as a couple, but then also the future generations to just be vulnerable and speak about their needs and just
Be vulnerable and be honored.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no age to being heard. You know, so I think it's important that we honor, I don't know, the voice, whatever the voice is, whomever owns the voice at that meeting. So anyway, so that's the goal. And at the end of the day, you know, I know Gingy doesn't particularly enjoy when I reference it like this, but it's the business. You know, it's like a business meeting that we're having. You know, what is the business of our relationship? What is the business of our growth? And not necessarily in a monetary sense, but more so in a life business sense. We are exchanging our equity, our time. At least this is how I perceive it in my mind. You know?
I really liked when we discussed it as energy, because there is, I understand what you mean about the, you know, transactional aspect of it, but it's more so an exchange of energy rather than, you know, it's business. Yes, it's business because, you know, anyone that you have relations with, you technically have business with. But energetically, because, you know, it's something that we talked about today, we entered, quote unquote, in a spiritual and emotional contract with each other more so than just the, you know, in the physical realm. So
so it's a business of the souls is how I perceive it in my mind. It's a business of the souls. It's a bond of the souls.
That doesn't make me uncomfortable when it's explained that way. But I know that there's also a processing and an unlearning of the systemic ideas of what business means, and we're learning how to engage in healthy and deep relationships when we weren't necessarily taught how to do that.
Yes, this is very true. I think they're also probably wondering why we're having to shoot this and put away food. So, we kind of running short on time today. The broken glass thing, I didn't really account for that coming home. But I think we did really good staying on I don't know, on schedule. We had a 2 o'clock meeting together, which is this legacy meeting, this J&T. And we stayed on time with that, even though I was cleaning up glass. And now we realize it's like I have a really busy weekend ahead of me. And we needed to go food shopping. We needed to knock it out, so we rallied tonight to get it done. And we're like, okay, we're going to, we're just going to record this while we put the food away. And by the way, so what we're also doing, this is exciting, I'm preheating the oven. Why? Because we are, for these days that are super busy, we go and we get some gluten-free frozen pizza.
Gluten-free because I can't have gluten, and he's just nice about it.
So we are in unity in that we do not bring gluten into the house. And for these days that we're super busy, we just grab 1 or 2 of them. I think we go monthly to food shop. And we grab 1 or 2 of them, and we try a different one, and we see how it is. So this is what the box looks like. This made from the chickpea. You probably recognize the Banza.
Not sponsored, but
Not
just
sponsored.
genuine reaction. Banza is really yummy, and I really like their pasta.
But we haven't tried their pizza yet.
We haven't tried their pizza
This is
yet.
what it's looking like.
You're dropping stuff.
Yeah, it's all right. This is what it's
yeah.
looking like.
If you can't have gluten, I would definitely suggest the chickpea pasta by Banza. It's good. Lentil has an interesting aftertaste. This one's pretty yummy.
Yeah, we're going to see about it. So
don't
the
know about the
oven's
pizza
baking
yet.
right now. And by the time we're done putting this away, that should be ready.
Also, I want to circle back to what you were saying about, we wanted to keep our meeting. So we've talked about before, and I think it's something that we hold true to, is that we try to maintain that time commitment to each other, even if, something pops up. Of course, maybe we'll switch up the timing or something. But today we just really wanted to make sure we stayed on schedule with that, and also honoring our commitments to each other and staying accountable. If we say we're going to meet at 2 o'clock, we do everything in our power to meet at 2 o'clock. And I really appreciate that we do that.
Yeah, same. And so, by the way, just for reference, since we started this, it's the 12th. It's the 12th consecutive week, Friday. And it wasn't always at 2 o'clock. Sometimes we shifted a little bit, but we haven't missed it. It's the same thing as one of my business meetings. Like, different in essence, but it's same commitment, if not more so. Then, you know what I mean? It's like, no, just because we have relations in a different sense does not make it something that is malleable.
Yeah. It's
not
not
flexible.
just a easy breezy. No, it's not flexible. It is like, hey babe, this is, running long. I'm going to be, 30 minutes, whatever. But today we were like, no, we're keeping it at 2 o'clock. And of course, we've never missed a day, and we've been doing it for 3 months now.
3 months.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What have you done for 3 months?
Or longer. Oh.
What have you done? Where are we putting these?
What is
I
it?
think we should kind of put these in the snack thing, but keep it closed.
Maybe, or
Think so.
this cabinet?
Nah, let's just keep it right here. It's a snack.
It's a snack. Okay.
So yeah, we have a snack bowl.
Yes, my great-grandmother's crystal bowl bestowed upon me from my nonna, who I love and adore. And now we keep snacks in it. I'm on my way to becoming a very amazing grandmother in the very
mad
distant future.
Bro,
But
we got mad bars.
that's good. Our snack bowl has been empty for a very long time. We are both snackers for sure. And yeah, we just got some protein bars, gluten-free fig bars, and you know, a little Reese's cup, but like, you know, the all natural version, dark chocolate, natural peanut butter. And yeah, we're trying to be really intentional about our health, but also still enjoy snacks because it's natural and everybody deserves to have something that they enjoy regularly that makes them feel good and makes their body feel good.
I mean, maybe it makes the body feel good. I don't know if it's healthy, but
He's like, we'll
it makes us
see.
feel better about ourselves.
Does it?
I don't know.
I mean, it feels good. I'm
get
like,
the
I'm gonna
snack.
eat a chocolate cup and feel great.
What are we about to do with all this stuff, bro?
Well, okay, I was thinking of doing this off camera because it's a longer process, but we have these amazing containers that I love to put stuff in. So, honestly, here, we had a request for ASMR.
Well,
You
let's
know
do the
who you
ASMR
are.
with the pizza. We'll do the scraping thing. We'll really do the.
We'll do it twice.
Okay. All right.
Let me
Go
have
ahead.
this.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You know who you are. I wonder what this is gonna sound like.
It's gonna sound like you're hitting plastic with your nails.
I know, but it's gonna be like crispy.
And talking and whispering.
Okay. All right. If you lowered your volume or increased your volume, lower it now because I'm about to speak back at normal volume. Okay, so
Okay.
as I was saying, I like these containers. I'm going to fill them with things like our nuts, with almond flour, granola, things like that. So I was going to do that off camera because it's a process that takes a little bit, but I like to put them in these containers so that we can, you know, have our cabinets organized and looking really good. It just makes it fun and very enjoyable to, you know, go in the cabinet and say, I'm gonna make a smoothie bowl, or I just want to snack on something. And just pop it in there and it keeps it nice. So all this stuff here, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Come sit down on the couch then, wait for the pizza, and then we do our review of the pizza, and then we'll go back to the
Yes, that
other
sounds
area.
good.
maybe just chill out. We've been running for a couple hours.
Yeah, let's have a moment to sit. We're gonna take a moment to sit. Our pizza is cooking right now. And then we'll fast forward and do a pizza review and continue talking about love, the purple book, the business of relationships, and yeah, maybe ASMR, couple conversations, good vibes. So stay tuned.
And then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna give a little shine.
We have to cut the altar out.
We're not gonna cut that.
Okay.
So like this.
Come on, presentation.
So that's what we're looking at.
So we're back and the pizza has come out. Again, this is a chickpea. Wow, it's a chickpea Beyond Meat pizza by Bonza.
By Bonza.
And we are gonna do a test of all the senses and see how we feel about this pizza. We've got our seasonings. We seasoned one half the pizza and left the other untouched.
Yep, one half seasoned, one half untouched. We're gonna do a series of tests, huh? What are we doing first, Gingy? We're gonna do the scrape test.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just right off the bat, it smells pretty good in my opinion.
Ooh, smell, yeah. Smells alright.
I can see they did a little, you know,
Smells alright.
some kind of zesty, not zesty like citrusy, but zesty like Italian spice on the Beyond Meat in addition to in the pizza. And then I'm gonna go to my eyes next. I say it smells pretty good for a frozen pizza. Visually, it looks pretty good for a frozen pizza. However, the distribution of ingredients, in my opinion, could be better.
Could be better. Smell-wise, it smells pretty good. I think the Beyond Meat is, I don't know, I'm not a fan of it from earlier experiences, but you know, it looks kind of dry. Look wise, it's not really all that appeasing. But all right, so let's get some ASMR. We want to do the scrape test.
Okay,
All right, scrape test. So the scrape test is where we. Ooh, that's crusty.
If you're doing ASMR, you have to whisper.
Okay. Oh, so my bad. Sorry. All right. Nice. Okay. Okay.
It sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good. Good crust.
Yeah, the crust is good.
Good crust. Okay. Now we want to do a cheese pull. A cheese pull.
Yes,
Let's also see about. Do you want to hold this towards the pizza while I cut it?
Mm-hmm.
We can get a little.
And then I want to look
action.
at the packaging after.
Okay.
It sounds good.
Sounds pretty good. Okay.
It does sound pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Okay. Let's cut up some slices. I'm gonna cut up a sample slice here. Sample slice there. And this is the unseasoned side that we're cutting up very quick. I'm also gonna prep some seasoned side slices. We're gonna first try the unseasoned side.
Here, let's put your mic back on.
Let's put the mic back on.
Before we get into the tasting, this is the packaging. I like to look at the packaging because it gives you kind of an idea of, it's supposed to give you an idea of what to expect. Now, I absolutely love the cheese pull that we're seeing on this packaging. I also love the presentation here.
Yeah, but let's compare it.
So the presentation that we saw, different.
Ain't no cheese pull.
It doesn't look like there's any cheese pull, which is kind of sad.
That's a little sad. Cheese pull, definitely zero. No cheese pull whatsoever.
Yeah, the cheese pull is the draw.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
let's go ahead.
Let's taste here.
Okay.
Grab yours.
Thank you.
Grab mine. Cheers. Oh, cheese pull. Cheese pull. Okay. Got some cheese pull action. Okay. Okay, what
That
would you
was
rate
nice.
it on a scale of 0 to 10?
That was nice. Super unexpected. I'd say flavor-wise, I would appreciate an increase in punch in flavor. The flavor profile is very mild, but it's a satisfying bite. And the fact that there was a surprise cheese pull, that's plus points for me.
Okay. No. I do like that we found some sort of cheese pull. I didn't find a cheese pull on mine. That's okay, but overall taste, texture, it resembles bread. A cheesy bread, it's like, it's not bad. The sauce is pretty good. The sauce to cheese ratio is pretty good. Overall flavor, doesn't need too much in terms of seasoning wise. Like, I'm actually kind of satisfied.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, it's mild, but like the little bits of Beyond Meat do have a good texture and do have a good taste, in my opinion. And for a frozen pizza, I feel like this is one of the better, if not one of the arguably best ones that we've come across.
That we've tried so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we try the seasoned side? Alright, we're gonna try the seasoned side now. So we season this with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of oregano, parsley, garlic, and red pepper flakes. Oh, she's still eating the other slice. She's about to two-hand it. Bon appetit. Whatever.
Hey, I was really feeling the flavors. I was, exercising my palate. Seasoned.
Seasoned.
Let's see. I like the way it smells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I have to say, the seasoning definitely raised up the flavor of the pizza for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
It enhanced the experience for the senses too. Like smell was like, yes. That's why I made that face. And then, yeah, it just brought out like onion. You know what an onion tastes like? The salt and the pepper and the pepper flake on it. Just, it was a more immersive experience for your taste buds. I was like, this onion is like really doing its thing.
It's doing something.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
No, I will say, I agree with you. It's one of the better ones. I'm feeling a little bit pretty satisfied with it. I'd get it again. I'd get it again. I think the price point was pretty good too. I think it was about $6.
I also like that it's got more protein. It's got 19 grams of protein in it, which is nice because there's like, there's chickpea in it, but you don't really get like a chickpea taste. There's protein for the Beyond Meat, and then, there's some dairy, but yeah.
So we got this at Bargain Outlet. It's one of the 3 food stores that we went to today. Sometimes we get them at Costco. Always usually a cauliflower or gluten-free bread. And I feel like the cauliflower so far has hit, or actually really the non-gluten-free, or the copy, like the bread copy I would call it, has failed more times than it just being a chickpea or just a cauliflower crust. I
Like
think
a
those are
thin crust, yeah. This is the first chickpea one that I think I've ever had. I've never had a chickpea crust pizza before, and this is delicious.
pretty good.
I'd say, yeah.
Going
like,
in first, no, it's nice. I will season the
for a
rest
frozen,
of that
agreed. But for a frozen pizza, like, I'm satisfied too.
though. Yeah. So to bring it full circle, had a little pizza review, but let's not forget where we started. That was the Purple Book. The Purple Book allows us to kind of stay focused. I know, and we went from Purple Book to pizza review, but it allows us to stay focused so that when we have a busy day, we know it's like, hey, this is a busy day. This might be a pizza night, and then at the same time, still showing up to record the episode. We were talking about doing pizza review because this is something that we've been doing for a couple months, where we just kind of play. We just sit there and we're like, cheese pull is about 8 out of 7 or whatever, 8 out of 10, So now we're like, hey, that would be pretty cool to like implement in one of the episodes. And here we are a week later just doing it. So shout out to us. The Purple Book really helps me.
Yeah.
It helps us kind of stay in line. And I can only speak for me, but I know Gingy's been enjoying it as well. And it gives a sense of security, and we can look back at the previous weeks. We're now at week 12. We can look back at the previous weeks, review, see where we're at, where we're coming from, and then plan accordingly. Unfortunately, Gingy's mom's car window got broken into, but it reinforced the need for us that we wrote weeks ago that we need cameras in our car for both those types of situations, but also unwanted interactions with certain persons in the community. We also want to have our own digital archive. So we want to be able to validate stories of whatever may occur out there in the wilderness. And this Purple Book is just a means, a vehicle, a journal to keep us going. Gingy, you want to take us home?
Well, we are home.
You know what I mean?
To take it home, to further arrive at our destination. I think you said it really well.
Thank you.
We've enjoyed a pizza. We're going to continue enjoying the pizza. The Purple Book is very important for all types of events for us, whether it's something very serious like preventing incidents or unwanted interactions, whether it's, what kind of easy dinner are we going to have tonight? Do we have the resources we need at home to make sure that we have ease in all the work that we need to do, because we both get very busy, and just having another layer of archiving and communication, because while technology is amazing and developing in ways that we still have yet to understand, there's nothing like writing something down and sharing a journal with somebody. We've all had diaries as a kid. We all have notes that we write to ourselves, but doing that with a partner I feel like has been another eye-opening experience and something of real depth and value to me. So, yeah, it's our purple book. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'd suggest it for anyone, whether that's you with a parent, you with your partner. I think with a partner, it's a pretty pivotal, and I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, but it's really just it's just about communication. It's just about consistency, accountability, and protection to build the future that we want. So
Yeah. And if you already journal, that's a plus. You're already doing it literally. It's just a different form of journaling. If you're already journaling, then you're already doing the work. And it's whatever system really works for you. So one of the things that I would like to end with is a big shout out to the feedback that we've gotten. There's people out there who are giving us feedback. Number one of the reasons why this episode might run a little bit longer is because we actually had a request to have an episode that ran a little bit longer. It's 15 minutes. It wasn't popular. People wanted a little bit more. And then another thing, the ASMR moments. I guess people actually really enjoyed it, so we're gonna implement some of that. And then we implemented a little pizza review.
which was selfishly fun for us, which goes back to another video
Episode
about
2,
selfishness.
selfishness.
And the positivity behind it. So selfishly, we enjoy our pizza reviews, and so we thought to share that with you as well.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it. Smash the like, smash the subscribe, and also we'd like to hear more of your ideas. So hit us in the comment section, and we'll see you next week.
Tune into Original Studios on Instagram, and if you want to follow me, gingy.amen on Instagram as well. But
We'll put all our handles and stuff in the description below.
DM us, message us.
Peace.